Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jack, and today we are reviewing SmackDown Live. A very, very interesting SmackDown Live. If Raw was uninspiring yesterday, SmackDown certainly wasn't. We have a lot to get through, but I'm going to try and keep it as compact as ever. If you do enjoy it, remember to leave a like on the video and hit subscribe as well. It would mean a hell of a lot to us. We kicked off SmackDown with the standards promo to kick off any show, really. It's WWE, of course it does. New Day came out and Xavier Woods says that, it's not only recently that Kofi's been treated badly, it's been 11 years that the treatment's been poor. And, they've been teasing over the past week or so that they might leave WWE, they might quit. Big E did that passionate promo on Twitter and whatnot. And they said that they need to get answers before they do anything. But unfortunately, the only man to give them answers is Mr. McMahon. And he's the one that's been screwing them over for the past few weeks. So they ask Mr. McMahon if he could come out and, give them the answers. And they are more than happy to wait in the ring. And, keep SmackDown hostage, if you will. But it wasn't long before Vince came out to hopefully give them the answers, but before he could, Daniel Bryan, the WWE champion, comes out with Eric Rowan, and he says that you could replace the New Day with anyone and they'll be far more popular. Bring up 3 NXT stars, call them Fresh Afternoon, and have them throw waffles into the crowd, and they will be more popular than the New Day ever was. Good. Daniel Bryan's so good. He's so good. He says that they will be better than the New Day ever was because Kofi Kingston is a B+ player. And that's what he will always be. Vince tells him to shut up and says that you can't change my mind, Kofi. I always think you would be a big B+ player, but you were never going to quit. New Day were never going to quit. Power of positivity. They haven't got a bone in their body to quit. And he says that, the whole B+ player of Kofi. And then he says, but is the rest of the New Day B+? And he looks at Woods and Big E and says that, prove to me that you're not a B+ player as well by doing a tag team gauntlet match. Another gauntlet match. What was that, 3 and 4 weeks or something? It's cool. Prove to me that you're not B+ players and do this tag team gauntlet. And if you beat everyone, Kofi goes to WrestleMania. It's as simple as that. So the main event of the evening will be Kofi Kingston's chance at WrestleMania in the hands of Big E and Xavier Woods in a tag team gauntlet match. Can he do it? Can he get through it? Or can they get through it? We then had an interview with Becky Lynch, and it's quite a cool little way how they did this. Basically, Becky was doing an interview saying that she knows why she's there at WrestleMania. She knows why Ronnie's there. She needs to be there. She's the Raw Women's Champion. But she still doesn't know why Charlotte's there. She still doesn't know how she managed to wiggle her way into the main event because she doesn't deserve anything she gets. And instead of Charlotte interrupting the interview in person, you just hear her music hit in the arena. And Becky gives her a wry smile, knows what's going on. And Charlotte then comes out in the arena. So instead of interrupting her in person, she interrupts her by coming out for a match kind of thing. And we're like, okay, cool, this is happening, Charlotte's having a match. And then she says that I'll show you why I'm deserving right now. We have a commercial break, as standard before a match, have a commercial break. And Asuka then comes out and it's just like, okay, she's going to face Asuka, that's fine. Something's going to happen. They're going to save face. What's happened to this fatal 4-way that was going to happen to see who faces Asuka at WrestleMania? Okay, Charlotte versus Asuka then. Let's go. Non-title match. And then Greg Hamilton jumps up, gets on the mic and says, yeah, this match is for the title. And everyone was just like, what? Say that again? It's for the title. And they've put on an absolutely amazing match, to be fair. Go and watch it. It was an incredible match. But Charlotte won. Tapping out Asuka again to the figure 8. So Charlotte has won the SmackDown Live Women's title. But at the moment, the main event's still only for the Raw Women's title. So I'm going to say that come Raw, Ronda's going to say, like, I'm not going to defend my belt unless she defends her belt. So I'm thinking it's probably going to unify the belts. Asuka's no longer getting a WrestleMania match, which is weird, but we don't know the dealings of what's happened backstage. She might have said, look, give the title to Charlotte as long as you promise me this, and this. And they went, okay, that makes our life easier. We don't have to book another match then. Cool. So, yeah, Charlotte, go and watch the match because it was incredible. But Charlotte's the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Mental. Absolutely, like I said, proper good match. There was a Spanish fly in it. If there's a Spanish fly in a match, it's always good. But it was about 20-25 minutes as well, so it's a decent length match. Just go and watch it. We then had a couple of... it's going to sound really rude, but a couple of filler moments. AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle was just in the middle of everything, like after the Charlotte Asuka match, just there. Didn't last long, as expected. Randy Orton interfered. RKO. To be fair, I was surprised when they said that Kurt Angle was going to wrestle 2 nights in a row. He can barely do one, bless him. Just let the man rest. And also, if he's going to retire, why does he keep on winning matches? He can still beat everyone. So why does he need to retire? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Stop having him win. Stop having him wrestle every 2 nights. Not every 2 nights, 2 nights in a row. Especially to top talent like Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Like, leave the poor man alone. Let him enjoy retirement. Or have him lose matches. And then have him win Mania out of nowhere or something like that. Because if he's still winning matches, why should he retire? He can still win matches and still win the title. He beat Samoa Joe, so he's number 1 contender to the US Championship. Next up, after that, anyway, The Miz comes out and says that he cut an impassionate promo about Shane touching up his dad, again, basically, and said that he wants a Falls Count Anywhere match at WrestleMania. Shane comes out and says... Security comes out, because you know WWE love a feud with security nowadays, and they come out and they line up in front of the ring. But then Sanity, Shelton Benjamin, and one of the clones, I don't know which one, Primo? I can't remember. The one that had his birthday recently, and everyone was like, he's still here? Is he? He was there. TV time for him anyway. They came out to be Shane's bodyguards. Sanity reduced to being Shane's bodyguards. Shelton Benjamin reduced to being Shane's bodyguard. Cologne getting TV time. Cool. But yeah, Shane accepts, and he says, but you know you're making a mistake, just like your father did when he made the biggest mistake, as he said, when he impregnated your mother. And everyone's like, oh damn. The Miz got angry. He beat everyone up. He managed to single-handedly beat 8 security guards, Sanity, Shelton Benjamin, and Cologne. Cool. That's what Miz can do now. Poor Sanity, man. Poor Shelton Benjamin. Cologne. The main event of the evening is indeed the Gauntlet match. The New Day versus tag teams that they can find, basically, in SmackDown, because there isn't many. Right. Like I did last week. It was last week, wasn't it? I'm just going to run down the finish of each match and not do the in-betweeny bits. Go and watch it yourself. They weren't very long matches. It lasted 40 minutes, maybe? 35 minutes? Each match wasn't too long. The New Day squashed the club. They turned up. We got a massive pop. They were gone. 20 seconds later, maybe 30 seconds later. With the up, down, down move. The same fate happened to Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, tag team still, for some reason. Up, down, down after about 10 minutes? 15 maybe? Xavier Woods then rolled up Sheamus of the Bar for the New Day to beat the Bar, but after the match, Sheamus went ham on both Woods and Big E, and Sheamus and Cesaro put Big E through a table, and then the Usos came out and looked all eager. They were ready for a fight. Then they jumped on the mic and went, "There's one man that deserves a WWE title shot, and that's Kofi Kingston." I said on Twitter, the Usos better lay down for their best pals E and Woods. And they didn't do that. They forfeited instead. They said that Kofi deserves to be at Mania. We respect you. Everyone respects you. So good luck. We forfeit. Which is the right thing to do. Why the Usos are even picked in this match was questionable. But I can see why now that they were picked for the match to do this role. Because they're not a heel. They're not heel anymore. The fans love them. I love them. They're probably one of the best tag teams in the world. And they've already done business with the New Day. They know what's going on. Like they said, they've earned Kofi's respect, and Kofi has earned their respect as well. So good luck. And Big E and Woods were like, yeah, come on. But they had one more tag team to beat, the last tag team, and of course, Daniel Bryan versus Eric Rowan, and the New Day beat them in a very creative manner. Big E and Woods managed to counter Rowan, hitting him into the ring post twice. Big E then threw him over the announce table, which had been cleared off by Rowan, and then flipped the announce table onto Rowan, making sure that he got counted out and unable to get the announce table off him. Rowan got counted out, and Kofi Kingston there was no shenanigans after, it's confirmed, Kofi Kingston will be facing Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Thank God that is sorted. Thank God Kofi is going to WrestleMania. I do not want to see a Gauntlet match for a very, very long time. And that was SmackDown Live, and I must say, because of the matches, it doesn't sound like it, but because of the emotions that came through, one minute we were angry, confused, sad about Asuka losing the belt. The next minute we were up off our seats because Kofi's going to Mania. That's the emotion you want to have from a wrestling show. And that's why I think this was one of the best SmackDowns of the year. In my opinion, it's my opinion. Don't shoot me down. I reckon purely because of the emotion that the booking team has made us. We did all 7 seasons of emotion, if you will. But purely because of that, I'm going to give it a 4.25 star. Not quite 5 star. Not quite 4.5. Not quite 4 either. 4.25 star. That's how it works. 4.25 star. It is, at the moment, in my little rankings list, the NXT that Velveteen Dream won the North American title, that's top. 4.5 star. And then SmackDown is the next 2. They're both draw. So I say it's the best SmackDown, but on the ratings list it's the same. They're both 4.25 stars. I can't remember what the other one was. But I think it might have been the Gauntlet match, the first Gauntlet match that Kofi was in. I think it might have been that one. They got 4.25 star. I don't think it was as good as that NXT match, but I think it was better. So, and there isn't really any in between, because that's how I've messed up the rankings. So they're going to get the same rankings, but 4.25 star. I personally think this is the best SmackDown of the year. It was a roller coaster, to say the least. It was a roller coaster. If they can keep this up, not have everyone lose titles every week on SmackDown, because then it will lose its meaningless. But if they can keep this kind of emotional ride for next week, the go home show, then they've done a really good job. Hopefully they haven't blown their load far too early. But yeah, 4.25 star. If you did like that, subscribe, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, our website, badbookers.com. Yeah, and I shall see you again for Monday Night Raw next week, and it's WrestleMania week next week. There's a lot of content coming out next week, I can tell you that much. Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, hopefully NXT if Matt's not too busy. I might even do a 205 live because it's WrestleMania week. I haven't done one of them since moved back to Tuesday nights. And then Friday we've got NXT TakeOver. Saturday I'll be doing G1 Supercard, the New Japan Ring of Honor show. And then Sunday is WrestleMania. Cannot wait. It's WrestleMania week, everyone. I'm pumped after this SmackDown. I'm pumped. Thank you very much for watching.